Hey, welcome back to Tinso's African Excursions. Today we are making an Oriental Fried Rice with some Peri-Peri Vietnamese prawns. So firstly, we'll marinate our prawns and we'll get that going before we start anything else so that our flavors will nicely blend into the food. So firstly, we have our prawns and then we are going to marinate them with some oil mixed with garlic, some crushed garlic. So that's the oil and some crushed garlic right there. Then we have some dried chili flakes. They are nice and hot to give that nice hot flavor to our prawns. And then we have Chinese 5 spice. Love it. It's very pungent. Love the flavor combinations in there. And then we have ground paprika to give us that nice deep color. Nicely caramelize our prawns there. And then we have the smoked paprika to give us the smokiness as well, and also to add on to that deep color to the prawns. And then last but not least, the soy sauce. So we are going to just leave that over there and let it marinate. Yes, let our babies marinate in there for a couple of, if you want you can leave it out for an hour. Yeah, I just left it for a couple of minutes, but yeah, it should develop the flavor nicely so that when we get them in the pan they'll be nice and sweet. Moving on swiftly, we now going on to make our fried rice, Oriental fried rice. So just before that we have our capsicum, red and yellow capsicum with onions, and then we have sliced cabbage, chiffonade, and then we have day-old rice. And then we also have in the ramekin dried chili flakes with some chopped garlic. And then we have our egg that we whisked. This recipe only works with day-old rice, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, let's continue. Okay, moving right on, ladies and gentlemen, we are, as you can see, I'm now scooping in a bit of oil, a good amount of oil in my large pan. That's where I'm going to do my Oriental fried rice, and then the smaller pan I'm going to add my Vietnamese smoky peri-peri prawns. And so yeah, let's get it going. First of all, we dump our cabbage. We want to sweat that out nicely, and then so yeah, we let it sizzle. We let that sizzle sit in there for a couple of minutes, or maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Let it cook through, and then whilst we're at that, you also want to add your salt to it, just a bit of salt, because we're going to eventually add soy sauce, so you don't want to go too heavy on that iodine as well. And so yeah, you just want to put just a small amount of salt so that it helps get the water out as well from the cabbage. And then we are going to throw in our garlic and chopped garlic and chili flakes. Let that cook with the cabbage as well. Get the chili flakes to release the heat into the cabbage as well, into the oil, and also let the garlic cook nicely and give a nice fragrance to the dish. And then in the other pan we just dropping in our nice marinated prawns. As you can see, you want to separate them, make sure each and every piece is in direct contact with the pan, so that you get a nice caramelization on either side as well. And then you want to go ahead and watch your pans as well. Check on your cabbage, make sure it's getting nice and tender as you are at it. And then when it comes to the heat control, you want to make sure you have a nice blazing heat, especially on your prawns, so that they nicely cook and they don't start stewing up. And then we also have our Sauvignon Blanc. We love our wine for the deglazing. Moving on, as you can see, now we're throwing in the capsicum, red, yellow capsicum, alongside our onions. And then we're just gonna give that a toss, mix nicely. Red, yellow capsicum, also known as red pepper and yellow pepper, or red, or you can call them paprika peppers as well. So yeah, they've got a lot of names when it comes to paprika. But yeah, there we go. Gives a nice color to our Oriental fried rice. As you can see, our prawns are nicely sizzling in the pan. That's what you want. You want a nice good sizzle on them as well. And yeah, keep your eye on them. Yep. And so we continue. So yeah, you wanna keep giving a good stir onto your pan that has that you're going to put our Oriental fried rice. Give it a stir. Make sure the peppers are sweating nicely, and as they get tender, you want to make sure that you have your rice on standby. Get ready to dump that in as well. As I said, you need day-old rice. You cannot use rice that is fresh that you made on the day, because it will make the dish soggy. So you need day-old rice, which is cold. Or if you want to use rice that you make on the day, make sure that it's cool and cold, and make sure that at least maybe you put it in the fridge, maybe 30 minutes. And yeah, we're just giving a shake on our prawns. I just turned them. And so now we're going to add in our white wine, and this will help deglaze the pan and get all those flavors off the bottom of the pan, and then it will nicely coat the prawns as well, because all the flavors would have stuck to the bottom, but now we are bringing them back up again. So all your smoky paprika, or your garlic, your chili, it's now coming back and marinating the prawns, and it will give a nice sauce and good balance to your dish. If you don't want to use wine, you can squeeze in lemon juice. You can add just a bit of water if you want as well. But yeah, wine gives a bit more good flavor, better flavor actually. So yeah, if you don't want to deglaze your pan using wine, you can use lemon juice. It's a good substitute as well. Or even a nice vegetable stock, or yeah, whatever fish stock you can have. Then now we're going to put in our day-old rice. Yeah, that one has been sitting in the fridge for like 2-3 days now. Yeah, I make all my food in advance, guys. Yep, it's the only way for a bachelor to survive. Yep, get your food cooked on time. 1 day, 3 days you're relaxing, you don't have to cook. Well, as for me, I'm a chef, so I enjoy cooking most of the time. So we're just gonna give that a stir in and make sure that all the rice is nicely coated with the elements in the pan. All of the vegetables are nicely coated around, and then give also your prawns a bit of stir. And then you want to set them aside when the liquid has reduced, not too much, but you still want that sauce, that concentrated sauce, and yeah, the concentrated flavor of the sauce as well. So yeah, there we go. We're trying to control both at one time. Yep, like a disc jockey, but yeah, food jockey, if you know what I mean. So now we're going to separate the Red Sea. The Red Sea of food, and then put a bit of oil as well, because we're going to get our egg inside. We don't want it to stick on the bottom, so we're just going to put our egg and then nicely scramble that inside as well. Now I'm taking off my prawns. They are now nicely marinated with that saucy flavor as well. Thank you so much for that. Now we're going to scramble our egg on the side as well, so that it nicely cooks. You don't want to put your egg directly into the rice, because it will not cook properly, but if you put it on the side like this, it will nicely cook, and that's what we want. And yep, that's your fried rice. Mix your rice in, and you are almost good to go, ladies and gentlemen. Just put a good amount of soy sauce to finish it off, and then you have, voila, you have your Oriental fried rice. Easy as, sweet as. Guys, this dish will take you not more than 10 minutes, I swear. You want to try this today as soon as possible. You'll make your girlfriend jealous, you'll make your mother happy, and everything in between. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been nice. This is Chikafoo, naTinashe, and tune in for the next one, and hope you enjoy. Try out the dish and let me know how it goes. Thank you. Cheers. Have a good one.